Let's put the record on. Hey everybody, welcome to Method to Move Boards. I am Hot today, your host, teacher, coach, mentor, digital product business bestie, AI aficionado, mood board queen, AI lover, Midjourney sister. I don't know, all of the things. But here I am, and I am welcoming you guys to my final class for May. It's called Method to Mood Boards. I get a lot of questions about how I create such vibrant and colorful art, number one. And my number one reason always was image references. Like I use a lot of image references to prompt in Midjourney. Um, Mood boards have been around for almost a year, I think, but I honestly just started really finding how they work for me and my prompting over the last 3 months or so. And if you know me or if you've ever taken a class from me, you know that I don't teach what I don't know. So just because I start using something, I don't necessarily feel comfortable teaching it immediately because I need to show how it works for me because I don't teach what I don't know. So this class is to show you how it is my secret sauce on how I use SREF codes, ChatGPT, Midjourney, to create mood boards that not only enhance my art, but also that I use as a digital product to sell to other people so they have access to create art similar to what you see behind me. So behind me, you'll see a few of my mood boards. See ones, five of them behind me. Um, so really excited to get down to the nitty-gritty and show you guys how I use Midjourney. Um, so I'm gonna first ask, what is your Midjourney level? So if you are a baby just getting into Midjourney, put a 1. If you use it regularly, put a 2. If you pay the cost to be the boss, put a 3 in Midjourney. Okay, Crystal, you said Discord alumni. I know that's right. Okay, y'all got a lot of petticoats to be the boss in here. All right, Stephanie, you always want to come with the 0.5s, ma'am. But I hear you. So we got a good mix of people, so that's great. Um, I've been using Midjourney since 2022. I think I first started using it in 2022. So I've been through all the iterations. I think when I started Midjourney, they were on version 4, and currently they just released version 7. I'm gonna call it 7 plus plus because they keep adding stuff to 7. So I've been in the game for a minute. Um, I know what I know, and what I don't know, I don't talk about because I don't know. So there's that. Still looking at the numbers. All right, come on now. So how many people drop an emoji in the chat if you use mood boards at all? If you've made a mood board, if you purchased a mood board, if you use them in any way. Nita, May 1. Okay, okay. One with a butt. I don't have time. All right. Okay. So this is not y'all know me. Emily said you have more than 100. Ma'am, why are you here? You don't even need this class. You probably teach this class. Renee, I know Renee, you've been in it for a minute. Natasha, you said 4. What is the 4? You have 4? You made 4? Is that it? All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I've learned, how I've I mastered my way of doing it and show you my technique. This is not a necessarily a watch and learn class. This is a do class. Y'all know I like when y'all work beside me. But I'm not gonna like slow down to, wait for people to catch up. So this is being recorded. Everyone in here has access to the replay. Those in TCDC, it will be put into the classroom modules. Those who purchased it, you will get access to the replay within 24 to 48 hours. So there's that. So pay attention. This is a fun class. This is not supposed to be rocket science. We are here to have fun and learn how to make pretty stuff. Okay? All right. Okay, so let's start by sharing, and I'm gonna go over and open up Midjourney. No more music right now. That's not Midjourney. All right, so we're in Midjourney. And I'm gonna start by going into my organized file. Uh, this is not Midjourney class, so just keep that in mind. All right, so these are, of course, my images. I think these are from day before yesterday. Yeah, what's today? 27, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Um, and I keep saying mood board. Does everybody know what a mood board is? Let's start there. So a mood board is basically a code that is used to produce a specific look, vibe, or aesthetic. All right. So, um, this is what Midjourney has to say about it. Teach Midjourney about what you find beautiful. Inside every prompt are unspoken details. Midjourney tries to fill these in a way that makes the image most compelling for the entire community, but your tastes particularly are unique. So initially, before there was a quote unquote mood board, there was personalization codes, which was your preferred look or image, your feel, how you like your Midjourney images to quote unquote look. So Midjourney has a ranking factor. You can go in and create a ranked profile, and then you can tell Midjourney which images you like best. And once you've done 40, you'll see here, it will create a personalized code for this particular profile once you do 40 images. So that's one way to create a personalization code in Midjourney, right? So that's here, you see rank profiles, you see create, and then you click, click, click. That's personalization code. Below personalization codes, rank profiles, you'll see mood boards. Mood boards are a little different. You take groups of similar images that have the same flow, aesthetic, colorway, vibe, and you add them to a mood board, and you can add them from your own personal art gallery. You can add images from around the web that you have. If you have URLs to images, you can add them that way. You also can upload images from your computer. Everything does not have to come from Midjourney. My tool of choice is Midjourney. So all my mood boards are created with Midjourney images, but you can add anything in here. You can add photographs, you can add graphics, you can add whatever you want to create a mood board. So you want them to be of a similar aesthetic, a similar look, a similar feel, a similar vibe. right? So this is one of my popular ones, Bubblegum Beat. I use these little girls that I had designed last year sometime to create my mood board. So you'll see that when I use this mood board, they have these kind of aesthetic. It is very pink. There are a lot of black, white, and yellow accents. If they are characters, they are bubbly, they have sunglasses, all of the things. So Midjourney takes uh, the common thread throughout the images to create the mood board. So once you add your images to the mood board, it'll just say mood board number, whatever. I name mine, right? And and that's how you get the look you want. So how I get my looks, how you can get an aesthetic, because I have over 46,000 Midjourney images, number one. Let me look in the chat. Let me see what. So making sure nobody. Valencia, I'm going to walk through everything that I do to get started. All right. So the way I start my mood boards is 9 times out of 10 with an SREF. 9 times out of 10, I start with an SREF code, right? My first step is usually Sref Mining. And if you don't know what Sref Mining is simply finding Sref codes that you like. So the number one way to Sref mine is just in Midjourney. You take a prompt, you use a prompt, and I'm just going to use a prompt that I already have. And I can put this in the chat so you guys can have it too. That's fine. All right. So when you're SREF mining, your Midjourney does not have a database or repository for SREF codes. Word on the street is it's coming this week or the next, so we shall see. But they don't have an SREF repository. So the way you find SREF codes, which are style reference codes, which are ways that you make your image look a certain way, is simply by typing in -- sref space random, right? And because I want to get more than one at a time, because I'm trying to maximize what I'm doing, I'm also going to do -- R for repeat space, and then however many I want to do. We're going to start out with something, we're just going to do 6. So I have a prompt, I have sref random, and I have R6, which is repeat 6. If I look at my settings, you'll see I just have it set in portrait mode. I do have raw mode on. That is just a personal preference. You can have raw or standard, however you like your images to be created. And you can choose what version you want to have. I will say, if you have Niji 6, then type Niji 6 in the prompt, or because we are in version 7, the default is to have a personalization code. So if you don't type Niji 6, and I'll show you, it's going to automatically use a global Niji profile. This will turn red. All right, so Niji 6, my stylization is at, I'm going to move it to 500, and I'm not going to do anything with weirdness or variety. I'm always in stealth mode, and my default usually is fast. And for sake of class, I'm going to leave it on fast. So those are my settings. can look at them, you can screenshot them. These are the settings that I'm using for this particular prompt. Because I have NG6 in there, like I said, I'm going to type NG6 in the prompt, and then I'm going to show you what happens if I don't type it in the prompt. As far as personalization codes, this is where your mood boards are kept, and you can toggle personalize off and on. If it's on, you'll get access to whatever mood boards you have, and whichever one is the last one you use, it's just going to automatically be highlighted. If you don't check any at all, it's going to do, as you can see, this default global Niji profile, but I'm turning mine off. When I turn it off while I'm Sref mining because I want to see what it looks like without any personalization code on it. Okay. All right. So you see, I hit enter and I said 6. So it gave me 6. It's going to give me 6 versions of that prompt. And each one of them has a different Sref code. And if you hover over, you see it says style reference. So we're going to wait for them to generate. And then we're going to take a look. So you can already see what SREF codes do to your images. This is the exact same prompt. But each one is run through a different SREF code. SREF codes are like filters, right? So each one is filtering the image in a different way, the prompt in a different way. Everything else is the same, right? I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to just click use and the prompt is going to come back. But this time I'm going to go in and change the version to just version 7. So I just changed the version to version 7. Everything else is the same. I'm going to do sref random again. And I'm going to do another R6. And so this time, because I didn't choose a personalization code and version 7 has to have some type of profile, it just gives me my generic global version 7 profile. Even though I didn't choose a profile, that's what comes up. So the first 6 were done with the Niji profile, and the second set of 6 were done with the just version 7. So I'm going to open them up so you can see them better. Just so you can see the variety. This is why Midjourney is the best to me, because I don't think you can get this with any other art generator. Okay. All right. All right. So once I've run a few SREFs, then I'll start looking through and see if any of them stand out to me. If they are something that I really like, if they something I want to explore. So I'm going to choose this one. And I'll put it in the chat. Actually, I'll put a couple of them in the chat because so you can just. But if you're doing this with me, then you probably coming up with your own. But I'll share some of the ones I got. All right, so I'm gonna work with this one. Not this. All right. So now that I chose this SREF to work with, I'm gonna take a look at what Midjourney interprets this particular SREF as. And the way you do that is to do a negative prompt. So first I'm gonna turn my personalization off. And for a negative prompt, you just want to have the SREF code and you can just type 2 periods, something just, I usually use punctuation. So either 2 periods, 2 question marks, 2 quotation marks, something like that. But just something to fill the space and run the SREF. So it doesn't have anything to there's no prompt there.
Tonight we can't see your screen. You're spotlighted.
Oh, why is that?
I can see her screen.
Oh, you
Your
can?
screen. Yeah,
Oh.
you got to change your view, darling.
Okay, I guess I lost you. I did see it. Okay, my bad. Sorry.
No worries. Stephanie, you got your hand up?
Yes. So when you do the repeat, you get 4 different SREF codes. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay. And then it'll be in that prompt. Okay.
Yes.
I got lost because I can't do 6 of them. I can only do 4. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So when I run that SREF code as a negative prompt, these are the images that come up. So this is how Midjourney interprets that prompt. This is the color scheme. This is the vibe. This is the like a watercolor. You see a lot of red and kind of orangey, soft. This is what and I could run it again and it's gonna give me 4 different images, but it's still gonna be what Midjourney interprets this particular SREF as. And then I'm going to see what it looks like with other prompts. And I usually do 3 different styles of prompts. I'll do something very simple, something mid, and then something that has that's very wordy. So the examples that I have are, I like doing simple inanimate objects, some kind of animal, and then usually a person. Like those are the 3 because I want to see how it looks with each thing. So I'll do something like a uh, a light bulb hanging from a cord. That's the prompt. And I'm just going to add the SREF code to it and see what I get. And it's just going to use whatever I have already here, which is 7, raw, blah, blah. And then I want to see how it modifies a prompt that I already have. So I'll usually go to organize where all your art is, and I'll just pick a prompt. Let's do my little dinosaurs. And those dinosaur kids that I did, they were they came out like that because of a mood board. And then I'm gonna do a detailed African American girl prompt. And with the same thing. I'm running all these different images, but with the same SREF code, because what I'm doing is stacking my images so that I can create a mood board. All right. So I'm gonna run, let's do something with scenery. Let's see. My dream vacation, a rustic beach house near the ocean. And all right, so this is the last one I'm gonna do. So, um, the recommended amount of images for a mood board is between 20 and 40. I would say the max is 60, but you don't want to go over that because then Midjourney has a hard time interpreting um, what the common thread is through all of the images. So 20 to 40, I usually am somewhere between 28 and 45 images on my mood boards, the ones that I've been getting good, really good, crisp results that show up. Those that's what I'm using. So now I'm gonna go over to personalize. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and I'm going to say create mood board. And I'm going to say add from gallery. And because Midjourney is crazy, it's still no way to just, grab them all at one time. So click, click, click. That's another reason you don't want to do a million images. Okay. All right. So once you highlight all the images that you want to use, we go down to the actual prompt, the images. All right, so once you have all the images that you want to use, you want to just click back. And you'll see this is mood board 31. They're loading all my images. And I'm just going to go back. And if I scroll down to the bottom to mood board 31, it says I have 28 images. I told you it's usually around 28, but that's my lowest number. So mood board 31 has 28 images. All right. Then I want to see what this particular mood board does to a prompt. Because yes, we created it from an SREF and we know what it looks like with the SREF, but now we want to see what that mood board does to a prompt. So once again, I'm just going to use my same prompts. I'm just going to run all of them. And now I'm going to go to personalize. I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to go down to mood board 31, make sure that's the only one that's checked. And I'm just going to go. Now it's going to add whatever other parameters I already have set, and that's fine. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to run each one to see what I get. All right, so this is the iteration. This is how this mood board looks. And I'm looking at the questions. Do all images have an SREF code? SREF code isn't something each image does no. The answer is no. Each image does not have an SREF code. Maxine, you says, why are we running each one again if I already have my images? Because you had those images. These are with the SREF. This is not a mood board. This is with the SREF code. These images were created using an SREF code. We use those images with the same SREF code to create a mood board. Two different things. Crystal, you said you're getting that ::1 behind your SREFs. That's because Midjourney is telling the system that the SREF is the most important part of the prompt. Because we have a SREF, we have Niji, we have version 7, we have all of the things. Midjourney puts that weight, that's a weight, that ::1, to show Midjourney that the SREF is the most important part of the prompt. So it's more heavily weighted than the other parameters that are listed, which is Stylize, Style Raw, and whatever version you use. It usually does it when you have Niji, because Niji is also a type of style reference. So Midjourney puts the weight on the SREF code, so so the system knows that the SREF code matters more than the Niji. The images do not have SREF codes. We are finding SREF codes to use. When you say all of your images didn't come with SREF codes, images don't automatically have an SREF code. That's why we're mining for them. And if you don't want to go through this particular process, there are websites that have SREF codes already ready for you to use. And I'm gonna put them in the chat. All right, so This is the one probably that I use the most. This is Stylize. And I'm gonna put them in the chat, but they will also be in the when I send out the replay, you'll also get access to them. I will have them on a document. There's quite a few things that are going to be added with the replay. So there's one. This is midjourneysref.com. And this is sref-midjourney.com. But honestly, if you just Google Sref Midjourney, MIDI library is one. That's a okay. Lots and lots of different sites to get SRF codes from. You don't have to do the SRF mining. That's my quirk. This is the way I do it. But I also use the sites as well. All right. Once I pulled some images using the SRF coding, you don't have to do them by themselves. You can use your prompts. You can of course add other things to it, modify it in whatever ways you want to, add image references, all of the things. Nothing is stopping you from blinging out your images. Mood boards are just one way to change the look of your images. And you can even start modifying them before you create a mood board. Why does it look like Barney? To get different looks, it's 100% up to you. There is no wrong way to do this. And I want to say that again. There is no wrong way to do this because it's all what you like, what your tastes are, what your vibe is, what your aesthetic is. I love bright pops of color. Like that's my thing. I love color. I love it. So if you'll see, my mood boards skew colorful. That's just what they do. They skew colorful. So that's what they do. They skew bright. That's what I like. I like white light, bright colors, pastels, Lisa Frank, all of the things. I like color, 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 color. So once you figure out what you like or what appeals to you, that's when your mood boards will start to feel more personal. They will feel more like you. And it doesn't start out like that. It does not start out like that. But sometimes it really comes from when you're running prompt and you know how you just run 10, 12 times and you're getting the same look and you really like the way those images look, pull those into a mood board. Like these ladies here that are kind of wispy, watercolory, they all have the same color scheme. This I could pull all these together into a mood board to get this look, to get this feel for the images. Same with of us who create the caricature type images, those who create the fashion type images, though all of those have the ability to be placed together on a mood board. Yes, Crystal, as a Virgo, there is no wrong way to do this because we think that we are very orderly. We think this, oh, it have to look like this. It has to look, no, it does not have to look like this or that. This is your design. You are picking and choosing. All right. All right. So I have my images that I've created, um, that I've rendered using my mood board. Now, one, I want to name it. Two, I want to, if I'm somebody who's going to this, you do not have to sell your mood boards. You do not have to share them. They do not have to be for anybody other than yourself. Because as you can see, I think I have about 10 or 11 mood boards on my website, but I probably got 30 or 40 so far on Midjourney. Maybe not that many, maybe 30. So 100%, you do not have to feel like, oh, I'm creating mood boards for other people. You're creating them to enhance your own art, to make your art pop or look a certain way. Because I've taken, let's scroll down, let me see if I can find it. I've taken, so these ladies here that I shared in Black Girl, in the Black Creatives AI group, they were created from a prompt guide that I did that had dogs in it. So if I go to, let's see, 2025. Might not be here. It might be. All right. So prompt guide, the girls with dogs. This one, this dog mom prompt guide. This is I used prompts from here. So I just grab the prompt, brought it into Midjourney, and use the bubblegum beat prompt. Mood board. And I think I did Niji instead of version 7. And make sure I type it in here. And I think I did a little chaos. Because these are them just with version 7.
Can you explain the benefit of using chaos, what it does for the images?
It's going to make it a little chaotic. It's going to add variety to the individual images. That's what chaos does. So it's actually the variety. It makes them more varied. And it gives you more unexpected, like you don't know what you're going to get. It's going to give you an unexpected result. So, but I don't use it. It'll get really weird. It only goes up to 100. So 10 is only 10% of it, but you can definitely, um, I'll put it up to 50 just so you can see. And that's really what I try to drill into every Midjourney class is that you have to play with it. Like you can't be scared to see what the different parameters do. You got all these sliders, you got stylization, you got weirdness, you got variety, you got all these different versions you can click on to see what the result of using them does to your prompts. Um, I'm not a straightforward prompter. I rarely come in here trying to make a specific thing. I'm usually playing until I see something that I like. And then once I find something that really sparks joy for me, then that's when I start to play with it. That's when I start changing it up. So I like these girls, they look so funky and cute. But then I'm like, so what happens if I add some image references to them? If I say, well, let's see what some abstract art will do as a style reference for it. What does that add to it? Or what if I change if I take something out? Because a lot of times I'm like, this prompt got too much stuff in it. So just remove a bunch of stuff and see what I get. My apologies. Tell me this. People make all this noise in the background. But yeah, so these are with Chaos 50, and I added the abstract image, the digital paper. So, like I said, it's no wrong way to do this. It's no wrong way to do it. But to not get off track, because we only got about 30 minutes left. So once I've let me see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. So once I have a section of images that are created using the same mood board, I'll take the show over to ChatGPT. I take the show over to ChatGPT. And I'm gonna give y'all the prompt, but this will also be included. I'm gonna put it in the chat, but you'll also get access to it afterwards. All right. All right. So I want to name my mood board first of all. this in the chat. Because I like options. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna say I'm gonna add my images. I usually download them, but for the purpose of class, we're just gonna copy and paste. So I'm gonna choose one of these and I'm just gonna copy. And if you didn't know, you can just copy and paste over to ChatGPT. You can. Where's my prompt? Where you go? Move board, class, new chat. All right, so I'm gonna paste it. And I'm gonna paste it. I guess I could download them and then do them all together. So let's do some that. I'm gonna do one of these dinosaurs. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna do one of these girls. And I'm gonna do a beach house, say. And we're gonna go over this back to ChatGPT. And I'm gonna add photos. And I'm just gonna select all three. All right. And now I'm gonna use the prompt that I gave you guys, that I put in the chat. To help us name it. Can I drag, so the question is, can I drag and drop from, I guess if I had them side by side, I could. I'm not a big drag and dropper, though. No, I want to copy the whole thing. Thanks. All right. So I paste the prompt in and we're gonna let it go. Y'all don't. All right, so it gave me some ideas. It says Ember and Bloom, Where the Light Lives, Real Ones Only, Afro Glow, Kindle, Lo-Fi Lux. I don't like that. Glint. That's not bad. Let's choose Where the Light Lives. All right. And so the other part of that prompt is, once I name it, then if I'm going to use it as a, so I'm going to take that over to Midjourney to exchange it for mood board 31. So I'm going to go to personalize and scroll down and then just name my prompt, my mood board. All right. So it's called Where the Light Lives. Then if I'm going to take it a step further and it's one that I plan to offer to people to sell it, then the next step is to ask ChatGPT. Because if you're going to sell your profile code, your mood board profile code, you don't want to just offer a profile code, right? So mine, and I don't know who's seen them. You probably seen them, but you don't know what come with. Okay, so it's just a 2-pager. It's not super deep. Okay. So you get the cover sheet that just gives you a sample of what the images look like with that mood board. This one is called Electric Bloom. You get the profile code and you get this one pager that is a snapshot of what the mood board is. It talks about what the colors are, what the visual anchors are, what the energy is, creative prompts for it. It gives a sample prompt that can be used with this particular mood board. So it's giving vibe, aesthetic. It's also giving the customer ways to describe what they create with that mood board, right? So this is the bonus, and so you're not just giving out the profile code, right? You're giving an experience. You're giving the customer experience. Okay. So that's it's just a 2-page PDF, and my price point is $7. That's what I charge for one profile photo. I'm considering bundling them all together, but I don't know, similar to a prom guide bundle, but that's just a thought. I haven't decided if that's what I want to do yet. But so the second prompt, yes, Valencia.
And they don't get images with the code. They just get the code and the bonus.
Nope, they just get the profile code.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If I was going to sell it like as a prompt guide or something, then perhaps I would give the prompts for the images that are on that cover sheet, or or provide the images. But I'm just selling the profile code. That's it.
Is that something that Etsy will allow, or you don't not running
It's just a digital product. I would assume. But I don't know, because I'm not selling mine on Etsy. I'm selling them on my website. Hey, Nita.
Would this take place of, okay, so remember when you were talking about how you just kind of play and you come up with these pictures, and remember I was telling you people ask for the prompt and there's no way you can give them the prompt. Like, no way. And so pretty much, is this like a way to give them something that looks like what they've asked for? Since there's no real way to give them that prompt with all the stuff that took place to make that image.
I mean, technically, there is a prompt for it. Like, technically it is. And if you want to share your prompts, it's just like it's just like the prompt guide. Because every image has a prompt, even if it took you 2 or 3, because some of my images have more than one mood board, more than one SREF. They got some image references. Like that, it's a lot of pieces to it also. So if you want to offer them as, if you want to, you don't have to just, mood boards does not have to be a separate entity. You can just use it to make your images better and then still sell the prompts. Because if you sell the prompts, like in a prompt guide, that SREF code is in there, the mood board code is in there, like all of the things are in there. So you're you know what I'm saying? So you could create a prompt guide that's just centered around one SREF code. You can do prompt guides that are centered around one mood board. You can say this particular mood board, this electric room, this could be a prompt guide. Just create images using that mood board, and they can be modified a million different ways. You can have image references in there, style references in there, the chaos factor, variety, weird, whatever you want to do to it. But just know that all of these images have to be used with this profile code to get the images like this. Because yes, you can use the prompt separately, you can break them down, you can break them up, you can do all the things, but ultimately, folks need every single piece of that prompt to get the image that they want to get. So say if they want this this particular image, you're gonna have to use all the pieces that are part of that to get that particular image. But none of these are possible without this mood board. Because I can run each one of these prompts without the mood board and they're not gonna look like this.
Right. Okay, that's a good point. Okay, I just got some thinking to do of how I would want to, I guess, package it.
Good.
Thank you.
Because you could just, and that's why, because I already have prompt guides, that's why I'm just saying, hey, you can take this, just like I showed you from that prompt guide, you can put it with, I could run every prompt in that prompt guide against all of these different mood boards and create brand new images, brand new prompt guides if I wanted to, even though I'm only adding one extra thing, which is the profile code for the mood. But it's gonna change the whole look of it. Cause just from these prompts, these girls with dogs prompt, putting them with that bubblegum beat mood board, and you get these. Which is the same but not the same, right? It's the same exact prompt. The only difference is I use that mood board in the prompt. So you go from this to this. Same prompt. Denise?
So a person would have to know exactly how the mood boards work, because if they're anticipating getting something very similar to yours, may not be possible because we may have our personalization on. We may also have added other mood boards and other image references, right?
Right. So that's why as I'm providing the profile codes for the mood boards, I'm also saying, hey, this is that's why I do a variety of images. That's why each one has a bunch of different things. They got people, it have something that's graphic, it has something inanimate, it usually has some type of plant or something, it has some type of landscape scene, so that you realize like this is how it looks with each of these different prompts. And just you can use it with anything. Like I can say baseball player and add the mood board. I'm just gonna turn everything else off. This says easy, so we're just gonna leave that. And do that. And you see it has, just whatever your settings are, but everyone's settings are different, and it's just a profile code. I'm just offering a profile code. I'm not offering anything other than that with this particular thing. Now, do I plan on doing mood board prompt guides and things like that? Sure, I do plan to, but right now this is my initial offer as far as mood boards are concerned, and everybody has their own thing. You can decide what you want to offer, if you want to offer anything at all, or if you just want to use it to enhance your own art and sell your art, or use it for wall art, or whatever you're going to choose to use it for.
In this case, your mood bar, your reference code when you sell the mood board is bubblegum beat.
Yeah, I'm just selling this, this.
Okay.
Just the profile code. That's it.
Okay, so you get that. Okay, when you click on bubblegum beat, then that's the profile code. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yep. Somebody else had their hand up. Paulette.
Yeah, what's me? I've been trying to make mood boards for a while. I've always and I thought about monetizing them too. I always had the thought, and I was wondering what you thought about this, that people, if they don't use the mood board right, could they alter the mood board in some way, or they can't?
They can't, it's nothing, they don't get, when they put that profile photo up there, it doesn't give them access to this. They can't, they can't add an image to it or anything. It's just like giving somebody a URL.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's not, they can't change your profile code in any way. Now, if they take it and add some different things to it and then use those images to create their own mood board, yeah, but it's not going to be yours. It's going to be theirs synthesized through whatever prompt settings or whatever they did.
Okay.
Yeah, and y'all be thinking way too hard about what people gonna take from you when you haven't even put nothing out yet.
No, it's just that I took Regina's mood board class, and it was something that she said that made me think like it could be altered. That's all. So I was just
Yeah,
wondering.
not to my, like, I can't figure out how it could be. I can't think of how somebody else could alter it. She might have some insight to that, but that's what I say. I'm teaching the way that I do it. I'm sure what she does is 100% different than what I'm doing, or what any other person is doing, because everybody is going to have their, even if you take this class and you see the way that I do it, it's parts of this you don't want to do. It's parts of it you're going to add something to. And that's the beauty in learning from different people and then putting your own spin on
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Let's see. You can do describe and share those prompts if you don't want to share your exact prompt. Sure, but y'all know describe it's not gonna, if I describe any of these, I describe this, describe is not gonna give you the exact, it's gonna give you some new prompts. But it's probably not, it's not gonna be it's gonna be similar to the original, but not
But not if you don't have the mood board involved in it.
right. So yeah, you can describe an image that I created using a mood board, but then when you get the results, it's going to be similar, but it's still not going to give you the whole thing. These cool though. So the same but different. And yes, and then you could take this prompt, one of these, and then add it to it. Let's see what happens, so and the rabbit hole begins. Because now I took one of these that I described and I added the same mood board to it, and now we are deeper in the rabbit hole.
That's normally how it starts.
And that's how I go. Because it's just concentric circles. It's just circle after circle after circle after circle. That's how Midjourney do. Denise, you had another question, or you just didn't put your hand out? Karen, you have a question?
I had a comment. I was just realized that what we did with the Describe was just another level to get some more images to put into that mood board. So I like the idea too.
Yep. Yeah, and also new prompts, because the thing I love most about the Scribe is not necessarily that I'm getting images that look like what I described, but that I'm getting new prompts for them.
Right.
Because then I could take this prompt and I can add, I don't know, something else to it. I can go to explore and I can look for something like this fish and I can add it and put it in a style reference and then run it and then see what that does to the image. Like it's the rabbit hole. And then you see now these gonna look 100% totally different because I added something else as an image reference for it. And I'll say it until my eyes cross. That's why Midjourney is the go. And now we got these. I'm using this as an image reference. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the disclaimer is on point. Yeah, you always can say, hey, the results are not going to be this. The results are contingent upon which prompts you use with this profile code because it's just a code all these codes, all these parameters are basically filters. They are like going on Snapchat and clicking on the bunny ears or the beat face makeup. They are just filters. They are just filtering your prompt through that code and giving you different results, which is why you'll have 8 million images with the same prompt. Y'all know, I'll tell anybody, most of my images be the same prompt run 400 different times through different iterations. Yeah. Yes, you can delete images from a mood board and you can delete whole mood boards. I did a couple of them today. Because some of the ones that I originally created before I realized that you didn't need 1 million images in them, some of mine have like 150 images in them. And not that I'm using them, but they're just taking up space. So I started deleting them.
Can I ask a question? I'm not sure if you've done it before. A mood board, and I have way too many images on it. And the images are a little chaotic because it's kind of like, I would say, Japanese graffiti artists, you know. If I go and delete like half the images off of that and then use the mood board code again, will it analyze it again and see what's on there, or will it still
it's gonna go by what's in there. Yes. So when you remove them, yes, it's gonna change. It's gonna change it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, and then just like I did before, you can always test it. You can just put the profile code up there with a negative prompt and see what Midjourney sees. See what Midjourney thinks this mood board does. And then when you start moving things out of it, run it again so you can see what the result is. Or run it with a simple prompt like an apple or an egg or a bird. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can see how it changes. Because that's part of it too. You are your own A/B tester. You are saying, oh, well, when I add this, it does this. And when I take these away, it does that. And then you can also You can, I think, I'm not, let me not say before. Trying to think, can you? No, but you can read, you can also look at what art has been created using that particular mood board. These are all the same mood board, but because the prompts are so different. So yeah. Yes, ma'am, Miss Monica.
Do you always use a variety of images for your mood board or only if you're selling it?
Not only if I'm going to sell it, then I'm going to make sure that I do a variety of images. If I'm doing it for myself, no, not always, because I'm not making cars and trees and all. You know, that's not really what
Okay.
my aesthetic is. But I do it for the customer, for it's forward facing. But
Okay.
yeah, for myself, I'm just doing. Why is her butt so big? What is happening? What is going
Oh my.
on? Midjourney doing the most. But yeah, but for myself, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm going to run it against a million different prompts, and I'm going to put a bunch of different image references in there to see the different looks I get and that type of thing, like these, because I know these are all probably the same prompt, and this very simple, shapely black woman with glasses, long straight hair, and full lips. That's the prompt. It's simple. But I got a mood board, I got my Stylize, I got an SREF code, I got Niji, you know, I got a bunch of different things, and then I'm adding 2 or 3 different image references as well to get the different looks. See? You can see the pictures changing over here. Same prompt, but different, just adding different stuff. So y'all don't have to do too much. I try to tell y'all. As far as Midjourney is concerned, if you get a look you like, if you get an image that you like, just play with it. Because this literally is the same prompt. And look how cute they are. What have I done with them? I don't think nothing. Maybe I'll put them in which one? Maybe they'll go on Patreon this month. Hey Denise.
Hey, when you're creating the mood board, like you did the light bulb, the house, the girl,
Mm-hmm.
is there a maximum that you recommend? Like
I don't
different
know, 5 or 6. It
different
depends on it. It's just what I'm thinking
feeling.
about at the time. You know, I'm
Okay.
trying to, and while it's very orderly in my brain, I don't have like a list, you know, I don't have things
Mhm.
written down. I just know I'm gonna see what a person looks like. I'm gonna see what an animal looks like. I'm gonna see what a landscape looks like. I'm gonna see what an inanimate object looks like. I'm gonna see what a plant or a fruit or a tree looks like.
Mm.
And those are just the way I run through it in my head. Those are just things I think
Okay. So
about when
what you feeling basically at the
I'm
moment.
yeah, but I know, you know, those are the mode, like the sets of things in my brain that I'm like, I gotta make sure I see what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if I'm offering it to other people, because everybody's not just creating
Pretty girls like us.
women. Right. Everybody's not doing that. You know, there are a lot of people doing people doing all kinds of things with AI art. So I
Mhm.
try to, even though I know who my core audience is, I still want to present a well-rounded product that's not just to create pretty girls.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. But everybody know I want to make a cute girl every time. That's all I want to do. I just want to make cute girls all day, every day. I just want a girl. She's so cute. They so
Me
cute.
too. That's all I want to see is
They're
girl.
my favorite. I need to find more things to do with them, but they're the best. I love them. They are all the best. But yeah, pretty girls. All right, I'm gonna stop my share. All right, so the question of the day is, did you able to make a mood board now? Just drop a one in the chat if you can do it, and the two of you can't. All right, I got lots of ones. That's awesome. I'm excited about that. Awesome. Great, great, great.
Actually, can we see your two-pager? I think you showed the first page. So you just do the link to the Google.
Yeah,
Google
so
Drive?
yeah, they just get it's just a link to a PDF.
Okay.
And it's just the first page, which which I already showed, which I usually show. Let's see, let's go to Canva. Uh, Right. So now what I put on my website, of course, it's the same, it's just the front facing, but I just put mood board where the profile goes, right? Because you don't want the people who not buying it to see it. But yeah, the document is just the front page with the images on it, and then the second page that says mood board snapshot. I'm also going to give you the ChatGPT prompt that I use to create the mood board snapshot as well.
Okay. Thanks.
So everybody's going to get the two ChatGPT prompts and the replay, and then those who got the bonus, they'll also get they're getting 10 mood boards for personal use, so not to resell, but they're going to get 10 mood boards that are already created, and then and a template similar to this, not exactly the same, because I try not to create competition for myself by not offering, exactly the same. So, but a similar template with a cover and spaces for your art and the photo. And I don't mind showing this Metropolitan, because I posted this on online. Everybody got this. Yes, Valencia.
You mentioned on the lead up for the class that we would have an opportunity to purchase the bonus.
Yeah, I'll put the link in TCDC because y'all were the only ones who didn't have access. But yeah, I'll put it in the group.
Okay. Thanks.
Look, once I create the listening group. Yeah, I knew it was something I forgot to do. But yeah, you absolutely will have an opportunity to grab it. Let's see. I mentioned the discount code for purchasing the mood boards I already have. I don't think so. Uh, I'm trying to think. I don't think so because the mood boards are only $7. I don't think I have a discount code for them. They only 7. But yeah, let me stop my share. And now if you have points on my website, you definitely can use them for a discount. You definitely can. All right, so the last thing I'm going to say, is there any more questions, comments, concerns, or complaints? No. Oh, all right. So I'm Tamika, I see you asking me what TCDC is. I'm going to stop the recording and then I'm going to tell you. Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming.